Today's video is brought to you by Auxbeam. They reached out and said they would like to collaborate. They sent me some headlights and a light bar, and their customer service is awesome. Specifically you, Simon, thank you so much. And they are an awesome company to deal with. They have a really high quality product at a very great budget friendly price. I've had rigids, I've had, a lot of JW speaker stuff, and this stuff is the same quality, but way better out of pocket. So, and again, customer service is awesome. So thanks Auxbeam for sponsoring another of my videos, and I look forward to doing another one soon. Guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tanner with BuyFixFlip, and today we're going to be working on the new winter beater. So basically every year before winter, in Northeast Ohio, the winters are bad. So every year before winter, I tell myself I need to get a Jeep Wrangler, and I always listen to myself somehow. And so that's what we're working on today. This is my new to me 2013 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, 2-door. It is not a camera effect. The paint is as bad as you think it is. This came out of Florida, so it is very faded, and honestly it's faded more than I've ever seen. There's some residue from the for sale sign. There's a tiny crack in the hardtop, some other miscellaneous issues here and there, but overall it's in pretty good shape. It has low miles at 105,000. You may see the front end is jacked up over here. So let me tell you the issue with this Jeep. So I got this thing for a song and a dance, let's say, probably about a quarter of what they go for with this many miles. Part of that is because the paint is faded. Part of that because it needs a new fender. The front and rear bumper are kind of banged up. Most of the reason is of this. Sorry about the chime, I can't do anything about it. You see this up here? The front axle is stuck engaged. Or I'm sorry, the front axle locker is stuck. So I have tried to turn it off. I have tried to drive around in circles and drive back and forth and two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive low, engage, disengage. Doesn't matter what I do. It will not come unengaged. So I bought this off a female who never used the lockers, and I was afraid of this being an issue. So I did get the Jeep for a great deal. So I'm not too mad about it. This issue may cost a normal person, if they took it to the dealership, maybe up to $4,000, $3,000. Because you know how dealerships are. They want to get as much money from you as possible for as little amount of work as possible. They would probably tell you that they detected some kind of water in the front axle, or the gear lube hasn't been changed, which caused premature wear, and then you need all new bearings, and you need a ring and pinion, and that's a lot of labor, and maybe you need a new locker, you name it. I, being mechanically inclined, maybe it's cocky, but I think I can probably fix it for just changing the fluid. I feel like I can pull that diff cover off, unengage the locker, move it back and forth a couple times, put some fresh fluid in there, and call it a day. So I'm hopeful. This thing has heated seats. It's got, touchscreen head unit, 4-to-1 transfer case, locking disc. Probably like my 4th or 5th JK Rubicon. I usually have unlimiteds and usually hard rocks, but this is like maybe my 2nd or 3rd 2-door Rubicon. As you can see here, I'm going back with this tire, and I guess you can see that tire over there moving back as well. So it is stuck engaged. This is all from me turning into the drive or into the yard. The front axle's stuck locked, so you can see where it's just hopping and skipping in, and where it's tearing up the grass. If you have ever driven with a welded diff or a locked axle, it's not great. So yeah, basically I have it that it is stuck, completely engaged. It's not just the light that's on. I'm pushing back right now. You see that one going back? So it's definitely stuck with the locker engaged. I have all this stuff out from me just working on this Nissan Murano, and just got that thing fixed, which is awesome. But now it's time to work on this. So along here, let's pop this front diff cover off together, and let's hope for cheap and easy fixes, right? All right, let's try to get this in real time for you guys. Oh, somewhere in there. There it is. Okay, last two. Sorry, I don't know how I worked on cars before having Milwaukee tools. Oh, I gotta handbrake these ones loose. Come on. There's one. And there should be one more over here. It's hard to record at the same time as working on stuff, but I make do. All right, guys. What my guess is very filthy fluid. I might need to get a flathead over here. Let's see. Okay. Still guess a very filthy fluid. Come on. Trying to get in here somewhere. Oh, seems like it wants to go. It's actually very clean. Holy shit. I can even see through that. Wow. That's clean. It smells clean. No metal on the inside. No nothing. Wow. Okay. Maybe my guess was wrong. I mean, look at that. That's about as clean as it gets, boys and girls. That's like fresh fluid. So now it has me thinking. Here's what we're looking at. So, if you can see that, those two wires coming in up top, right here, this is the electrical locker that goes back and forth. Well, actually, I think I already fixed it. Right the second I turned off the camera, I just tapped this with my finger, and it went back over, and I'm now 80% sure this is unlocked, because this is how the locker works. This pops out, that's locked. This goes over, that's unlocked. So, let's see. Of course, I wasn't filming, you know, touched it. And I guess in the YouTube world, don't touch things when the camera's not rolling. So let's see. Before, the locker light was on. Now, the locker light is off. Jeep's running. No locker light. So, I guess the, not cockiness, but I guess the mechanical know-how paid off. So I'm gonna clean this up, put some fresh fluid in it, and make sure I can engage it and disengage it a couple more times. Maybe I can actually do that down here. Give me one sec. So this is gonna be one of those do as I say, not as I do times. Use whatever the manufacturer recommends to clean it, but I am just going to take a flathead and open and close it while I'm spraying. Spray cleaner. So I am just sitting here going like this. Just opening and closing and spraying. I guess seems simple, but hopefully it works, you know? You never know. I could be screwing it up. It's magnetized after all, so who knows? So I think I got a decent amount of it in there. Get some more of these shop towels. I assume you don't want to have brake clean in your gear lube. The full cancer stuff works better, but man, is it potent. So I'm gonna let that gas off for a couple minutes here. And I'm actually considering, no I'm not. I was gonna say I'm considering reusing the old gasket, but I guess it, maybe I am. No, I'm not. Man. All right, well, I gotta go make a gasket. Give me a sec. All right, got the surface all cleaned up with razor blade. Got the diff cover all cleaned up, and I didn't have to clean the magnet. That's how clean it was. So I'm gonna put some Right Stuff 1 minute black gasket on there, then smack her back on. I don't think the Jeep is too off level here, but it only took a quart to be full, so that doesn't really strike me as enough. I'm pretty sure the spec said a quart and a half, so I'm gonna go pull it out on the street here and add some more. So I pulled it out on the street and hit the lockers, and it was recording, but a lady almost hit me head on, so I canceled the video. But anyway, so the lockers are on. It's in 4 low. I did not add the rest yet. I just want to see if it works because I'm impatient. I need instant gratification. You know, it's an ADHD thing. So lockers are in. Everything is locked. Very much so. Okay. Now let's go unlock. The front is still flashing. Let's see here. Front is definitely still locked. Okay, let's see. So the front is not engaged. Spin the tire a tiny bit. I heard it click. Now it is engaged. Disengage them both. Or no, I'm sorry. Disengage them both. And now can't tell if they're disengaged. This one is not. Let's come over here. Put it back. Park. Back in neutral. Reverse for a sec, maybe. Just take some drivetrain. There we go. Okay, back in 2-wheel. Put it in park. And then it should be unlocked. But it is not. Alright, looks like I need a new front locker. Just got done installing a new serpentine belts on this Rubicon. It was very squeaky, as you will see. I just got that done, and it was actually a pain. I had to pull off the alternator. Probably took me 45 minutes to do, which isn't the quickest. But Auxbeam reached out to me and said they wanted to collaborate on a video. So they sent me over some lights for the Jeep. You know, the other ones were a little crusty, as you can see here, and I just got done installing those, and they are awesome looking. They have DRLs on them that I wired into switched ignition. So let's see here. So this is wired into the fuse on the cigarette lighter. And man, are these things bright. The beam angle on them is like perfect. So once it gets dark here, I will show you guys a better view of these. But I may or may not have gotten a 52-inch LED light bar for it as well. And that's going to be probably tomorrow's install. Test 1, stock headlights, stopping at this line, right next to this sign. Here's the stock headlights by themselves, with fog lights, and here is brights. You can kind of make out that tree line back there. You can see that the right light, or one of the lights, is a little bit slanted, but this is stock low beams with fog lights and brights. Yeah, you can see the slant to that one headlight. That's just the low beam right there. Visibility, honestly, it's not terrible. It's very readable, but it's just very dim. You gotta guess a lot as to what you see. That helps a good amount with right in front of the Jeep. That really doesn't help much at all. So let's get up here to this 35-mile-an-hour sign. Stop right here at the line. So you can see the tops of those trees over there because the light is sideways. See them better now probably. And that is with the brights on as well. I'm sorry, the brights, fog lights are on currently. It's without fog lights, and that's brights off. So not great, honestly. I mean, you can kind of make out what's down there, but it's definitely brighter on camera than it is in person, especially right in front of the Jeep. This makes it seem very, very bright on camera, but in person, it is definitely not. Let's see here. If I can go, that's actually probably a better representation of how this looks. Here's just the stock headlights, and then fog lights, and then brights. So I will do the exact same test again once I get the other lights on. Here we are the next night. Actually, I guess it's technically later on in the day with the new headlights. And here is the same sign. And here is what the headlights look like. This is just low beams. Low beams with fog lights. High beams. So the highs really show a lot. But just the low beams by themselves are awesome. So let's see. The beam cutoff. Remember how before it went crazy into the trees? It is now so crisp. Such a bright spot almost on the brights. But the beam cutoff on the low beams is just awesome. It's just a perfect line. And the lights index themselves as well. So you're not blinding other drivers, but you just have a great spot cut off here. I guess you can see that bright white. So let's stop here again at this sign. again, so we are high beams. Actually, let's go down all the way to DRLs. So these are the DRLs. Even those are bright. Plus fog lights, plus low beams, and there's high beams. These things are bright. Nice crisp white lighting. It's only thrown off a little bit when I turn on the fog lights because they are still the original halogens. But just the beam, I assume you guys can see it, and the beam goes out, you know, the left and the right as well. But it has a very nice crisp spot that just really shows you everything you need to see. I could angle them up a tiny bit maybe, but honestly, I'm seeing out maybe 200 feet. You know, if I put the brights on, I can see pretty much everything coming. So I will pick you guys up here once I get the light bar on, and we'll see how much that changes things. Okay, here we are after the light bar install. The headlights have been amazing for the past couple weeks, and finally got the light bar installed. So we'll stop at the same spot, right up here at this sign and this line. Okay, so here is the low beams, high beams, and light bar. Definitely makes a difference. Let me turn this off here just in case somebody's going to be going around a corner. But you can definitely see anything and everything that you need to. No problems at all. And let's get up here to the second spot we stop at. Again, these are still low beams. Oh no, I'm sorry, these are high beams. High beams and low beams, I mean, comparatively on this, the low beams are so bright, it doesn't really affect it too much. But, okay, we'll come up here to our other line. Okay, so stop right here and spotlight. So this is the light bar. I assume you guys can see what I can see way down there. It's actually brighter. It's brighter on camera, or I'm sorry, in person than it is on camera. It's pretty ridiculous. Definitely changes the views, wouldn't you say, babe?
Absolutely.
Hope that's not a cop sitting there. Let's see, some kind of reflective something. Let's see here. No, I think those are traffic cones probably. Yeah, definitely lights up the road. I would say a very drastic amount. So I am ecstatic about the new light bar, and I mean, it is honestly insane for the price compared to like a Rigid or something. I mean, it's a fraction of the cost, and it is.
It's so wide.
I know. So the middle has the spots. You can see the bright spot. So the middle has spot beams, and the sides are flood. And I probably could have aimed it out farther. That would have probably helped a lot more. But yeah, it is honestly ridiculous. It's obviously not road legal. If you guys are watching this, you know that. It's for off-road use only, and you know, I'm on my private test track over here, so we're not really too worried. But like, I can't see that hillside that I know is there. And then I'm like, oh wait, I can see that hillside that I know is there.
See people's houses.
I can see, you can see everything. Like I said, I could aim it up a little bit. That would get those spots out even farther, which maybe I will do tomorrow and retake these. But for now, I think that you guys can, just the reflection off the signs is like blinding.
Blinding, so blinding.
Yeah. So this is definitely an awesome purchase. It is definitely worth the money. I will put a link to all the stuff from Auxbeam below in the description. And then you guys can also go out on your roads and blind you and your girlfriends with traffic signs, because I literally can't see anything. Oh gosh. Here the next day after installing the light bar and headlights, and they look awesome. They turned out great. I have been trying to track down bumpers and a fender flare, and I just cannot seem to make up my mind about what I want to do. So the bumper still needs replaced, the fender flare still needs replaced. It already has lockers, so the lockers before light bar definitely paid off. And these are actually the Auxbeam mounts as well, so they fit perfect. As you can see, this bumper back here has got the hit as well, but I have been driving it. I put probably, I don't know, 1,500 miles on it, maybe 1,000 miles on it, and it's going to be a great little winter car. So she runs and drives great, and that's going to about wrap this one up. When I decide to put fender flares on it or bumpers, and I decide what to get, I will make another video or make an update to this one. But this Jeep is taking some of my action and a couple that I have in the garage. So thanks for watching, and we'll pick you up on the next one. See ya.